All right? And what that amounted to, there are some instances in the spelling where we would expect to see a vob, a yod, or a hey, but we don't. And he shows an instance in this. He shows a few examples. Ya, and I'm going to draw this big. Yakum. Yakum. And he shows that this is the full spelling because it has the vav. Yakum defective spelling is ya with kof without the vav. You notice the difference. There's no vav here. This is called the defective spelling. Now that the master eats have added the vowels, sometimes this is the full spelling, sometimes this is the defective spelling. We'll see that in the literature. That's sometimes why the same words are spelled differently. And that's basically all we need to know about that at this point. Later on, with added experience of reading and writing and so on and so forth, we'll get to that. Now the dagesh. The dagesh, if we have Hamelech, and it has the dagesh, Hamelech. I'll add the shavah loudly or largely. In Hamelech, with the dagesh in the letter, we see it's in the M. What that means is it doubles that M. To transliterate this, we would go Ham Melech. It would be two M's, 1, 2, because that's what the dagesh is telling us, that that letter is doubled. This happens in any letters that have a dagesh. That is called a dagesh forte, a strong dagesh. This doubles the letter, the Hamelech. So, it follows that if we have bait with a dagesh, this equals B, B. If we have Gimel, with a dagesh, it gives us 2 G's. If we have Dalet with a dagesh forte, it gives us 2 D's. Whereas if we have Veit without the dagesh, that's only 1 B. If we have Gimel without the dagesh, it only equals 1 G. And if we have Dalet without the dagesh, it only equals 1 D. That's one rule of the dagesh. You want to watch those dots. Okay? It doubles the consonant. Piece of cake so far, right? The advantage is, if you don't understand a particular concept, you can go back and rewatch the video. You can watch it more than one time. That's certainly allowed. In fact, quite frankly, woohoo, it's encouraged. Yeah. And going back for a moment with this vowel reduction idea, I just want to show you on the board again an idea on the vowel reduction. We will see this when we begin writing Hebrew, but I want to just let you be aware that it spells different, a little different. If we have Yiktov plus a vowel or a U, some kind of an ending, it ends up being Yiktevu. Yiktov and U is Yiktevu. Notice this is Tov with the O, but it's an E, Yiktevu. This is called a vowel reduction. The vowels will change, and it helps with the pronunciation. Same with yitain. If you have yitain and you, it ends up yitenu. This is a reduced vowel, and it'll change from a. I'll show you. We'll see it clearer in Hebrew. I just want you to be aware of this right now. Yishma and you gives us yishmeyu. See, it's not yishma'u, it's yishmeyu. And the vowel reduction helps with the pronouncing of the words. And we'll write that in Hebrew. We'll show you the writing in Hebrew. So, just so you're aware of that also. I'm going through this pretty fast. You can watch the video several times if you need to. Now again, and I'm not trying to go fast. I didn't mean to imply that. But I just need you to be aware of these things. When a point indicates a doubling, the dagesh indicates a doubling. It's called dagesh forte, or a strong dagesh. If, for instance, in a word we have ban, remember we're reading down to the patak, you have the bait, patak, and then the final n, nun. If it's ban, and this dot indicates a hard stop, in other words, you're going to pronounce this with a B instead of the V, this is called a weak dagesh, a dagesh lena. And we'll have more recourse to show you that when we begin writing Hebrew. I just want you to be aware that there's two different types of dagesh. It's not that complicated. We'll show you as you get through it. Now, the vowels. Let's review the vowels again. It never hurts to review the vowels. With B, you remember that is patak. Patak is an A, and they say an A as in ba, as in bat, I should say. That's patak. The kametz is also an A, but that is as in ba. This is a, this is ba. The hirek is just the dot. Hirek. And that equals I. Just a dot under the consonant, is always hirek. With the two dots side by side underneath it, this is called Sarah. And this is a TS sound. Sarah. Sarah. And this is E as in bay. B-E-H. The Segol, well, I'll draw it this way. The Segol is the three dots in the triangle, and that also equals E. I'll draw it up here. The Holem is up between, if this was bone, it's between the consonants up on the left-hand side, up here, diagonal, kitty corner, bone. That would be pronounced bone. In this case, you don't go down to look for the vowel. It's up here. That's bone, and then kibbutz are the three dots going down at an angle like that, and that is a U. I hope you can see that. Can you see that? Yeah, I'm on the board. Good. And that's kibbutz. Now, remember what I told you about the vowels when they used to use the letters Bob and H and Yod as the vowels? Another way of spelling this